Ray's honey garlic chicken, and it is phenomenal. Start by trimming and pounding your chicken so it looks like this. Pat it dry, then season on both sides with garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Preheat your pan just under medium heat, then add your oil. When the oil is hot, add your chicken. Cook for 7 minutes, and while the chicken cooks, mince up 6 cloves of garlic. After 7 minutes, flip your chicken and cook 7 more minutes. When all of your batches of chicken have been cooked, add 5 tablespoons of butter to the pan, melt that down, then add your garlic and cook for 2 minutes. Then add a half a cup of honey, a quarter cup of low sodium soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and once everything is simmering, add a water cornstarch mix to thicken up the sauce. Once it's thick, dip your chicken in the sauce and serve over white rice and top with green onions. This is so
That sizzling is the sound of some delicious honey butter garlic chicken, which is a 30-minute dinner that you need to make. Start out by adding some olive oil and challenge unsalted butter to your pan. Then toss in your chicken, which has been coated in some cornstarch, along with salt, black pepper, and chili powder. Now we spice things up with some minced garlic, chili flakes, honey, rice vinegar, and cilantro. And for my favorite part, we're gonna add some more butter, mix it in, and it's ready to serve on top of some rice. It's the perfect balance of sweet and savory.
Let's make a really easy chicken with creamy Italian cheese sauce. Just trim and pound your chicken breasts and season liberally with garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and paprika, and then cook just under medium heat in some olive oil for 7 minutes per side. Once done, put your chicken on a baking sheet, but then in the same pan that the chicken cooked in, add about 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 wheel of Boursin garlic and herb cheese, about 6 chopped up sun-dried tomatoes, 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and a teaspoon of salt. You're gonna break up that Boursin cheese and mix until smooth. Then add your cooked chicken back in, bring it to a simmer, and then serve. It's so good.
Are you trying to make crispy, saucy, fried garlic parm chicken wings? All right, let me show you how. First, clean your chicken like always. Use salt, water, and vinegar. Now get your flour and your starch. Trust me, that's gonna make it extra crispy. Now you want your seasoning. Get you some garlic powder, white pepper, salt, and paprika with some oregano. Now you want to season your eggs, mix it up, and coat your chicken in the egg and then the flour. Now working your salt, get your butter, olive oil, garlic, W sauce, Italian seasoning, half a lemon, and some sweet chili. Don't forget it. Mix it up. And please don't start with, I fry hard on the first try. Okay, Johnny boy, you want a cookie? If you want it extra hard, double fry it. Trust the process. Mix up your sauce, fry your chicken. I know you heard that. Sauce them up and voila. Cheese.
All right, y'all. Tonight for dinner, we are doing Ina Garten's chicken thighs with creamy mustard sauce. Her recipe calls for 8 chicken thighs. I'm using 6 larger ones because thick thighs obviously save lives. You're going to pat these dry with paper towel and then season on both sides with salt and pepper. If you want to add any other dry spices here, please feel free to live out loud. Meanwhile, I'm preheating a 12-inch cast iron skillet with some olive oil. You're going to sear these skin side down. My pan was maybe a scotch overcrowded, but it's okay. She has you cook these for 15 minutes undisturbed. Mine were ready to flip after like 12 and a half, 13 minutes. So just kind of keep an eye on it. After you flip, we're ready to start adding our onions. You're going to kind of nestle handfuls of them just in and around and between the chicken thighs. You can kind of use your tongs to lift up the thighs and get some onions up underneath. And then let this cook for another like 10, 12 minutes or so until your chicken comes up to temp. I had some leftover onions, but I wished I'd added more. So word to the wise. I'm going to double check these chicken thighs for temperature. We are all good to go. So these are going to go onto a plate and vibe off to the side while we finish building our sauce. I'm going to saute the onions for a little bit longer and then deglaze with a glug of white wine. If you don't want to use wine, use like some vinegar or something. And then, because it is an Ina recipe, there's 8 ounces of creme fraiche, which is another great drag name if somebody wants to take it. A couple tablespoons of good Dijon mustard, tablespoon of whole grain mustard, and give that a big zhuzh. I'm in love with this flat whisk that I have. It's absolutely perfect for this job specifically. I love that thing. I've had it for years. Then heat up your sauce for a couple minutes, then nestle your chicken thighs back in, along with any of the juices that have collected while they sat. Gonna top with some fresh parsley. Then I'm serving this really simply with some mashed potatoes. So get you a big scoop of potatoes, a chicken thigh, some of the onion gravy right on top. Oh my God, how bad could that be?
Let me tell y'all about these lemon crusted chicken thighs. They came out absolutely amazing and I used them for my week's meal prep. So what you'll need is some olive oil, and put that in a nice large bowl. Add garlic powder. You'll need some Miss Dash lemon pepper seasoning, some black pepper, crushed red pepper, and I add garlic powder in there as well. And then squeeze half a lemon in there, as well as some parsley. You're going to get a spoon and mix that all together, and then go ahead and add your chicken thighs until they're well marinated. Add them into a nice oven-safe container, and then get the rest of the marinade and just scoop it all on there. I like to add a few pieces of lemon throughout. Put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes, then broil for the last 5 minutes. I made some rice and put it on top for my dinner.
This chicken curry is amazing. You have to try it. Okay guys, this is really so easy. I use 6 ingredients for this curry. So I'm using spring onions into a pan, fry that off, and then add in garlic ginger paste. Add in your chicken thigh or chicken breast meat. I'm using chicken breast here. And then with your curry powder, add in your curry powder and top it off with water and leave that to one side. Now, you need to make sure you fry your chicken off with the tomato paste until it's really roasted. After that, you then add in the curry powder that's got the water, and you can see it thickens almost instantly. Fry that down and then add in the coconut milk. Okay, let that reduce down and bubble, and you'll see it thickens and turns into the most delicious coconut curry. Add in your coconut milk on top to garnish, along with some coriander, and serve, and it's perfect.
20-minute dinner for 23 days, ginger glazed chicken. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Coat the chicken with a thin layer of cornstarch. The sauce is super easy. Soy sauce, honey, grate in ginger, and garlic. Mix together. Pan fry the chicken for 4 minutes on each side. Remove and set aside. Drizzle in the sauce. Let it simmer for 30 seconds. Add back in the chicken and let it cook for another 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Look at that.